Good morning. Alrighty. Hello, everyone, and welcome. So, this morning, I went for a jaunt around the block after my Cairo, and perfect. It was it felt good to do that. All right, I'm gonna have a GoFundMe for my hair. So, so welcome everybody and welcome to my live. What? Oh, it's another day. It is Friday, October 15th, 2025, and we are heading into a new direction. Yes, we are. Now, if you, hello, Charlene, if you have signed up for tonight, an invite has gone out. So just check your email, please, because that's how I sent out the link. And the link should be in the invite. So please check your email. All right. And it's at, you said October 15th. Oh, August 15th. Where am I? August 5th, August, whatever. August 15th, 2025. So October, I don't know where I am. Somewhere else in Never Never Land, in another place. Now I'm curious to know about October 15th. Me too. Uh, well, you're coming tonight. You might find out. Um, so tonight we are having a peek into the fall, and it's just getting yourself an awareness, preparedness. We're doing a meditation, a connection, conversation about the frequencies and the energies that are coming in. We're going to be looking at the eclipses and the energies around these eclipses that are coming in and how you're probably going to feel it. Like I'm going to say you're going to feel it, how the frequencies and the transmissions are going to be changing and how they are going to affect your day-to-day life and coming into your day-to-day life. Now, um I've been watching some news, but not fully. Like I have been watching. I know Putin and Trump are meeting today in Alaska. Don't know when. Don't know what time. Have no idea. Maybe they're meeting now. I don't know. Um, but I mean, of course, it's high security and everybody on high alert. We also have. Uh, I just feel like there's just so many things that are going to be changing in our world. But what I find, which is interesting, you're not going to find like people. I thought last year would be really bad with people spending, right? I think this year, especially going into the fall and into Christmas, people are going to be a little bit delusional with things. Now, here we've had some really major retailers that have left. So that's going to make a huge play in how things go, where, where we're going to see like the Bay's gone. So the anchor stores are the places where are people going to be spending their money? Where is that, frequency going to be going? And that's going to be interesting. And I just watched a on thrifting because, I'm into thrifting. I got a little rocker. Oh my God. Uh I I really have to get I really have to get the name down. Cynthia's just going to kill me on this. And on the name of our endeavor. So that's kind of funny. But I've been, because we are getting into thrifting and started up an Etsy store, right? So this is um looking how thrifting has really gone mainstream. Where years ago, like my mom, we used to go downtown in Edmonton, and there was a place where we would have to take the bus, and taking the bus to this place, and we wouldn't. I was told I wasn't allowed to tell my dad. It's called the Rusty Rocker Store, and so that's what our store is called, the Rusty Rocker Store. And when we went to a thrift store, it was frowned upon, right? My dad got so angry that we would be going to a secondhand store and our stuff would be bought secondhand. And when if he found out, he would just have a conniption fit. And I think because, I mean, he was the way he was raised, and when they moved to Canada, they were they went, I think, from like a middle class to poor to Canada, because when they were in England, just by some of the research I had, they weren't the poor of the poor, back at the turn of the century in the 1800s and leading up to World War One. They were somewhat middle class, like a little bit. I don't know if there's a spot between poor and middle class, that kind of place. Um, so they weren't paupers. And so when they came to Canada, this is where they sort of hit where they had to sort of rebuild everything. So for my dad, he remembers putting newspaper in his shoes because there were holes in his shoes. He remembers that, his mom had to put patches on his clothes. And, he's very adamant on making sure that you had brand new shoes, not used shoes, right? Because of your feet and the effects it has on your feet. He was very big that you don't buy a secondhand mattress because of bed bugs and stuff like that. So he was very so for us going thrifting and mom buying me some back to school clothes, it was not thought of as a good thing. So, hello, hello, good morning, good morning. So the thing was, now I mean, I love thrifting. I love finding secondhand things. I love finding secondhand clothes, but it's gone mainstream. Like it's like something like it's I know, like a $10 billion industry plus. But places like Zara, H&M, and a couple of the other mainstream ones, they have secondhand websites where you could buy clothes secondhand, and they are the Zara and stuff like that. They even have drop offs where you could drop off your secondhand, get a credit, and with that credit, you could buy new clothes, right? Um, it'll never be the same. And the thing is that I find I just find that, when you get the big box stores into thrifting, it just loses it. It's like, like Value Village, right? And Value Village is like, she would dive into the community boxes. Oh, I love your mom. Yes. Yes. I mean, by the 80s and stuff, I was I was moved out. I was graduating. Uh, so and had my own job, but I mean, I would, diving into the community boxes. Oh my God. I love driving by the community boxes and seeing what's dropped off on the outside. But a lot of these community boxes now have like little cameras and stuff, and some of them have security guards on them. I mean, for God's sake, these are donated clothes. Like it's like dumpster diving. I love the idea of dumpster diving. I couldn't get into a dumpster and get out. No way, not now. But I watched some of these girls dumpster diving and shit, and it is absolutely fabulous. The shit that you find in a dumpster, they throw away socks, they throw away new underwear, they throw away pads, women's pads, which could be donated to a women's group. Water. Why the fuck would you throw away water? Really? Water? You throw away water? They throw away pop? Anyways, so dumpster diving. Dumpster diving is legal in Calgary. I checked it out. It is legal. Most dumpsters in Canada are all locked. Like they lock their dumpsters and stuff like that. But there are goodies. There are goodies to be found there, right? And that's the whole thing. Is like when you are able to, and this is all about doing something better for the earth. But the thing is, when it comes to thrifting, let's go. You got it. Yes. Yes. Even grocery stores, the shit that they throw out in grocery stores. I mean, the loads and loads, and some of it isn't even it's not outdated. Like, it's way before the best before date, right? And they throw away medicine like Advil, Tylenol, all kinds of things that, oh, well, the package was broken, or one bottle or a pop, a case of pop came in and one of the pops exploded. So they throw away the whole case, right? And because it's all depending if it's Coke or Pepsi. Uh, I think it's Coke that doesn't take it back. They say just write it off and get a credit, like we don't want to take it. Pepsi, I think, takes it back. I think there's a difference between the two companies. But anyways, this is where there's just so much waste in our society. We know that, right? Candace and Mary June dumpster diving. What could go wrong? I don't know. Might stop off for a glass of wine afterwards. Oh my gosh. Actually, that would probably be a good YouTube video on what's going on. I think we would be laughing so hard we'd pee our pants. That's the whole thing. We would be just laughing so hard on that, and then one of us would get stuck. Find the ladder, get me out. Throw the ladder in. So we definitely have to bring a ladder with us. Oh my goodness. But it's yeah, it's just one of those things. But it is, I mean, no, you do. No, you do it. No, you touch it. When I worked at Target, and that's where I really learned about dumpster diving. Um, because I was talking to the woman who writes everything off, and I'm like, why are you like doing all of this and stuff? Oh, she goes, oh, to throw it in the dumps because we don't want the dumpster divers. And I'm like, what? Like, okay, first of all, who's dumpster diving, right? This is when Target was in Canada, and I was like, she goes, "Well, it's our regulations to destroy everything." And I'm like, "Destroy everything? Why?" Well, she goes, "If somebody's diving into the dump, they might come back and return it." And I'm like, "Okay, I guess so, you know." But when she goes, and we often have to chase people away from the dumpster. And I'm like, "You're having to chase people away from." So one I was curious to find out who the fuck is dumpster diving. And these are people that were not going to return things. But I mean, we threw away like brand new underwear, bras, which really irk me because some of those things are freaking expensive. Shirts and stuff like that. And she goes, "Oh no, I have to cut them," and stuff like that. If I was the person doing that, I wasn't going to be destroying the shit. Like, I would not have the heart to scribble on things. And Bath and Body in the States, the Bath and Body in the States, they have like standalone stores, right? So you can, and in their dumpster, if you find any of the um, stapled things, stapled bags, like it's a return. So somebody lit the candle once, or they throw away their samples, and sometimes their samples, right? Their samples aren't even used. It's just totally crazy. So this is for me, it's just like, even my husband said, we got to go dumpster diving, Mary. We even drive by dumpsters and we're like, I wonder when they get picked up, right? But could you imagine Steve and I dumpster diving? He's going to be 70 in November. I'm 61. He's two old people. I don't know. That's another hilarious one. We'll bring Candace along and she'd be like, it's okay. Just put him in there. Anyways, no, we'll bring Mateus along because Mateus is a 10, so we could just put him in there. Yes, it'll be easy to put him in the dumpster, pull him in and out. He can get in and out. He's young, he's agile. He can help us find all the goodies. That's a good idea. What do you think, Mateus? We'll throw you in the dumpster. You can go dumpster diving with us. You can find Pokemon cards. There's do some incentives. But it is crazy. Even if when you go behind places like Goodwill, I'd say go for it. Don't worry, Steve. Yes, have the car ready for a quick escape, right? Oh my goodness. It would be it would be fun. But this is the thing is like dumpster diving in the States is huge. Now some states it is legal and stuff. And I know here in some provinces and cities it's all done by bylaws and stuff. Is it legal or illegal? But I'm saying like even behind places like Goodwill and stuff like that, half the stuff doesn't make the floor. And some of the stuff that doesn't make to the floor, it gets thrown back into the garbage, right? We can't do things together. I know we'd be just like cracking up laughing. We would just it would be a shit show. Um, but this is when I was watching going back to the video I was watching yesterday on thrifting and how big of an industry is that the reason why people aren't so-called like wearing clothes on average, a young girl, guess how many times she wears a blouse? Like this what I'm wearing, like I've had it for a number of years. I've worn it more less than 10 times. Less than 10 times. Men on average wear their stuff longer, right? They just wear it. But women will wear their stuff less than 10 times. 10 times. Like sometimes they'll buy it and they may wear it like 3 to 5 times. And the industry, when it comes to clothing, it's not 4 seasons anymore, right? It's up to like 20 seasons to 30 seasons, meaning that there's a new cycle of clothing coming in every 2 weeks, right? In the retail industry. That's why there's just like I have a band TV. Do you a t-shirt? A band t-shirt? Oh, not me. Like, yeah, I mean, I'm looking at a lot of my stuff that I wear. I wear it until there's holes in it and I sew it up. Like Steve's always like, Mary, you're going like I'm going to Winnipeg on Sunday. And he goes, you need some clothes. And I'm just like, oh, I gotta. So we went to Walmart, right? Because we had to get some other things. And I saw $5. That's the wall that I went. I found 2 pairs of pants, right? Right. And I'm like, and they fit nicely. And I'm like, okay, I'm probably gonna wear these $5 pants till they fall apart, right? And, it's like just one of those things. I just sew the shit together. Yeah, exactly. But that's the thing is like and how much of the textiles in that wash up upon shores. Now, with thrifting, there is like you got your basic thrift stores, and from the thrift stores, there are, like auction houses. You can buy bales of clothes that you can purchase and then you can resell them online and go through them and resell them online. It is crazy and do the sorting and the cleaning and stuff like that. Goodwill has a whole section where they do wash the clothes. They have, the washers and stuff like that. Same with Value Village. They have an area where if it's worth mending or not. Then in Goodwill, they also have bins where you can go and do bin days, and you could go through, and you gotta be there early in the morning to do the bins. And ours is in the Northeast, and to look at what's there and stuff, and it's sold by weight, and it's so much money per weight. I think like $1.35 a pound or something like that. Then you have where Goodwill also has an auction site. So with Goodwill has this auction site, and on the auction site, this is where people have donated or they didn't even know that it was in the purse, like a diamond ring, a bracelet that's, solid gold, or earrings, or a Louis Vuitton, or a Kate, a really an older Kate Spade or something like that. Then and some antiques and stuff. So they will sell those on auction sites and stuff and then make money. So the industry for thrifting is huge. And this is why, we started the Rusty Rocker store is like, Cynthia and I love to go. to secondhand stores. We love to go thrifting and find things, and find um, whatever. Like I found a couple mugs that we have for sale. We got this cute. This is actually the research that we did on this is that we found, well, it's Mexican, but it's antique. It's an antique little candle holder. They have different sizes. There's different styles to them that they made. And it is the criteria, I think, is like 60s or 70s. This one that we found out. And yeah, and it's cute. But anyways, I mean, we're selling it for 17. So, and it's really well made. There's no cracks or anything that are in it. There's a couple mugs that I found. I did find some Afghans, but I'm keeping them. That's the drawback, is that you got to make sure that you don't keep the shit that you find, that you're able to donate it. Some of the divers that I do follow, they donate a lot of their stuff to specific charities, women's in need. There's one that works with foster children, and so when she finds like certain items and stuff that go to the foster children and stuff, because a lot of kids, when they go to a foster home, some of them just have a garbage bag and that's it, and that's what they keep their clothes in. So they try and make sure that the kids have like a backpack and some new clothes and things like that when they're going to different homes and that. So this is where finding sort of specific ones, and the no kill, for the no kill animals, and donating to no kill animal shelters, right? Are you going to garage sales too? Yes, we will be going to garage sales, estate sales is too also. You ladies need to go. Well, Okotoks has or is it Okotoks? Yeah, Okotoks. Cochrane has one that they have a specific day that it's one of their thrift stores, and it's I can't remember if it was Tuesdays or something, where they have everything's like 50% off or something like that. Has some really good ones. Okotoks, I think they have some really good um places as well, little ones and stuff. And so this is where, looking at estate sales. Estate sales are really, you just have to go when they go in there, scoop it out, find some other things, and then find out when they're having their final sale, like their 50% off sale. And if there's anything left there, you could go and pick it up. Back home, they used to furniture dumping on the side of the road. Yes, and you could pick up and grab before the garbage truck picked up. Yes, in some neighborhoods here in Mount Royal, they do have where people put out. There's one place I know where she puts out furniture and stuff like that, and good furniture, right? Really good furniture. High River has a cool Value Village type store. Ooh, got to go to High River. So yeah, so there is some really cool places. I know um Cynthia went to some really cool ones and stuff too. We have garage sales for one weekend in May with everyone does. Oh, that would be cool. See, as you get to know where certain things are happening, or it usually in May, that's when where you find out about community garage sales, and they're usually held at the community hall, and everybody has a table or brings things in and stuff like that. And then, well, years ago when they used to have newspapers, we used to go, my girlfriend and I used to circle and go around to the different garage sales, and we try to hit the high end places like Mount Royal and really expensive areas where they'd have garage sales and that, because sometimes people don't know what they have, and they don't know the value of the things that they have, which is really, really interesting. Yes, please. So, this is something like a little adventure. We're not forcing it. We want to have fun with it, and that's the whole thing, is having fun with it. Spruce Meadows too. Oh, Spruce Meadows would be a good one as well. So this is where we want to, yeah, just have fun and do something good for the environment as well, because I mean, just to think that some of these beautiful, like it started with the Afghans, to think that Afghans and some of these quilts go to the landfill, like, and they just need to be washed up, and they can be used for so many great things. Like if you go on a trip, if you have a camper, if you have a cabin, or if for the winter, sometimes you need extra blankets. Having extra blankets around in the winter is really nice. Sometimes you're just sitting there watching a movie and stuff, and you just have a nice little cozy blanket, and just to know that somebody has taken their time to make it, that's phenomenal, right? Knowing somebody has taken their time to make it, and to buy all of that, all of the wool to do it, right? To crochet it or knit it. So, and honoring the people who have done it. So that's one of our reasons for doing that. And I love to find pottery bits, um, because sometimes when you find these little pottery uh, cups, or mugs and things like that, people spent their time to do this, right? And just that time and energy. And the thing is that things like your mug and cups like that, they hold the energy. Working in a used furniture store called Green Acres in Penticton years ago, it was amazing when I used to clean storage units. That's another fun thing to do, storage units. Oh my God, the shit people leave in storage units. Anyways, um, cleaning out the storage units and stuff like that, finding random things, totally awesome, like, totally awesome. But, you knew when things had, where you would go in and you knew where something was like, "Oh my god, there's a lot of arguments on this." Or, we had a cupboard that I don't know where he found the cupboard, but it was a cupboard, and it was from the 15th century. It was from Scotland. It was black, and it was like none of us, like my girlfriend and I, we did not wanna go near that cupboard. That cupboard was just it had some bad mojo on it, right? We saged it, we cleaned it, we did everything to it. We even tried to spruce it up, and it's funny because when we put things on there, any china or stuff like that, we'd come in the morning, it would be broken. It'd be broken. Like, it did not want anything on it. So we couldn't keep anything on it or anything like that. So it was a really a beautiful piece, hand carved, absolutely beautiful. And yeah, it just was one of those things. So you can tell, like we knew when something came in, oh, this is going to go quickly. If it was a bedroom set or a living room set or something like that, you could tell, right? And that's the whole thing. It's like when you're going shopping, it's like it's very important to feel the vibe of it. If it feels good, if it looks good and you really like it, then you know that there's something positive in there and you could probably resell it for very easy, right? The other thing is I sage everything once I get it home too. And sage myself, because when you're going to these areas, or even like oh, the storage wars, I love the storage wars. Um when you're going to these places and stuff, there is energy. There's, good and bad within it. And just you just have to make sure you don't want to take, you know, you can find some really nice stuff in places, or that it could have been a drug dealer who was selling, who was hiding all his Louis Vuitton bags, you know, but you can resell them, but you could just, put some positive vibes on there and stuff like that. But yeah, I mean, and this energy that we're in right now, as the moon is going up into the 3/4 square, this is great positive energy to create. This is great positive energy to create the containers that you want to do, the relationships you want to build, the people you want to work with. This is where stepping into this and putting that positive intent out there is going to really create a good vibration in amongst where things are going to be feeling a little bit more restrictive, and um, getting a little bit out of sorts as we're heading to the end of the month and into September. So that's the other reason I have my peek into the fall and looking at what's happening in the fall, what's happening with this energy in the fall. How can we prepare for it? What are the things that we need to do and look out for, right? And not fall into some of the crazy propagandas and traps that are going to try and get you to either loosen your um, purse strings or try and get you frightened about whatever that they're trying to get us frightened about. So I'm hosting that tonight at 7 o'clock. So there's still space for people to come and join me. It is private. It is $25. So if people still want to join me for that, definitely you can do that. It'll be fun to connect. And if you have any questions and stuff like that, I'm that's the other reason. Because some things that I want to talk about. It's very difficult to mention certain things on these platforms because they are becoming so censored with everything, right? And when they're becoming so censored, it's like saying certain things that I would normally say, which I used to say quite a bit. I've been quite good at restraining myself. Where I used to say things, right? Um, this is where I have I mean, I lost Facebook. I lost like 30% of my following because of my predictions. Didn't stop me. I still continued. I still found other ways to get the information and the messages out. But it's also where now it's coming to a point where like in England, I mean, Canada's very close to coming into your home and arresting you, right? Um, and I don't think well, I probably would last in jail. Probably make some good friends. Uh, but it's one of those things that, because of and it's even within the, when I look at the astrology, in that vibration of the timing of everything. And the Jupiter, no, the Gemini Sagittarius axis, when it comes to certain countries, those are the ones that are going to be getting hit really, really bad. 3 outs and a cot. Yes. But so I try and do them on the private, doing that's what one of the reasons why I'm doing this on a, you know it's recorded, it's invite only kind of thing. So if you want to join, it's $25. We're going to be doing a little bit of meditation and stuff and all of this as well. Other things I got to tell you, the other things I'm doing, people. So starting September 1st, we have the fall series that is starting for September, October, November. Self-directed workbooks, whole bit. We will be meeting at least once or twice a month. Meditations, everything set out. Weekly videos that I send out to get you going for your new week. That's $150 for the 3 months. I have a fall one and a winter one. We have a whole package that has the fall and winter and the Crone Wisdom. Oh, the things I'm learning more when I'm doing this Crone Wisdom workshop are phenomenal. Like some of the things I thought I knew, but it's like I'm finding out information I didn't even know when it comes to our hormones, when it comes to medication, when it comes to, because the reason I really wanted to get into it is that it was more about the alignment of the planets and how the alignments of the planets trigger a lot to do with our hormones and the changes within our body. So I have an 8-week workshop with that, and I'm very excited about that coming up. So I have a package for everything for 500 with payment plans and stuff too. So lots happening, lots happening. Anyways, my husband's making our brunch and I'm going to send you guys out with so much love. And if Candace, if you want to go dumpster diving, just hit me up, we'll make a date out of it. uh it'll be quite I just think it would be funny. Anyways, I'm going to send you guys out with so much love. May the Lord and Lady watch over you. Look up the Rusty Rocker store. on Etsy, and hit it up and see what you like, and give us a thumbs up on there. That would be absolutely great. And follow me on Pinterest, the Guru Mom on Pinterest, because I'll be pinning some stuff up there as well. So have a blessed one, everybody. We'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.